Hi, if you're watching this video, you're probably already a partner of Zebra's, or even more specifically, a partner of mine. I had the opportunity earlier this week to sit down with Nathan Clevenger. Nathan Clevenger is the Director of Design and Development for Zebra's Application Virtualization offer. Application Virtualization is the process in which Zebra can take a legacy Windows application and recompile it for either a newer version of Windows like Windows 10 or Android. This solution that we offer stems from an acquisition that we made back in August, and Nathan was the CTO and co-founder of that organization. Why this is important is because Microsoft is sunsetting support for any legacy Windows operating system, including Windows 6.5, which is on many of the mobile devices that have been sold over the past couple of years. What's interesting to note that Nathan will mention is that for the first time ever, Microsoft has broken the chain as far as forward migration goes to newer OSs. That means that end users that have a application written for legacy versions of Windows are going to have to rewrite for something, whether it's a newer version of Windows or whether it's Android or something else that comes along. I put together videos like this on a fairly regular basis. If you find that the content is helpful and informative, please hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. And now on to my conversation with Nathan. Good morning, Nathan. Thanks again for sitting down with me today.
Thanks, Mark.
So, if I'm an end user customer and I got a legacy Windows application, why would I want to utilize app virtualization?
Well, you could probably only stick with the legacy Windows devices for so long because support's being sunset. So with that sort of as the baseline, you have to go somewhere. And if you were going to do a rewrite, application rewrites often take months, if not years. So virtualization can get you there much faster in a matter of weeks for much less cost and much less risk from a business standpoint. So faster, less cost, less risk.
Okay. So what if I want to take advantage of some of the new device features found in the new hardware?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the core things we built into our virtualization technology was not just the ability for the old apps to run without modification, but we added a layer that allows you to take advantage of those new device capabilities. So if you want to use geolocation to pre-populate some things, or when you're capturing a signature on the screen, using that as an opportunity to capture the GPS, or using NFC or RFID or other types of capabilities to help streamline workflows, we provide that migration path for the app moving forward.
Oh, so obviously migration path for the app. You got new equipment that has more capabilities, stuff that maybe wasn't really readily available 4 years ago, 5 years ago,
10 years ago,
even longer. Yeah. So obviously, an end user customer can take this time not only to, kind of update or to keep their current app, and virtualize it, but also update their processes and
enhance their workflow, re-envision the modern user experience for their workforce.
That's perfect. So, but some people who are watching may just say, well, doesn't this just delay the inevitable?
Yeah. So we heard that from the customers. If you have an app that you built 10 or 12 years ago, or even 5 years ago, and virtualization helps you move to that new platform, a lot of folks would say, do I really want an app running 5 or 10 years from now that still is using those old Windows, APIs? And so what we built into App Virtualization was a migration path to help customers as part of their standard software development lifecycle over time. You could replace those Windows mobile APIs with Android or with modern cross-platform APIs. So in a matter of years, you're essentially replacing and swapping out the old code and virtualization. So we get you to the same result as a rewrite, but it's much faster, lower risk, and you have value the whole way. So it's not a big bang result where you fork the code base or you do a rewrite for a few years, and during the year or two, say, of the rewrite, you don't have an app. With virtualization, you can virtualize the app and then do incremental releases, say once a quarter or twice a year, where you're enhancing and re-envisioning the app, but also replacing all of the old APIs if you want to, but you don't have to.
Well, and as you were saying that, what's one of the things I was thinking is that this allows you to kind of take back control and do things on your schedule, on your own timeline, gives you that freedom and flexibility to do so.
Exactly. You no longer have that ticking time bomb of the end of support.
Okay,
So.
excellent. The 2020 is going to come soon. So, all right, thanks, Nathan.
Exactly. Thanks, Mark.